Yeah, I'm Jim Cherry, and I'm father of many, 8 kids, and I spent so much time in the Air Force for the first 20 years of my life, and that's where I met my wife, Ann. She was a young lieutenant, and I was a young lieutenant. She had been in the Air Force for 3.5 years, and then she got out because her dad died, so she wanted to stay with her mom. But that was after 3.5 years enlisted. So then she wanted to decide to go to college. 3.5 years later, she's graduated University of Cincinnati. My wife is a brilliant woman, and but she wanted to be in the Air Force. She wanted to, like I said, that was early on. But then went to college. I'd go back there years later, and there's still stuff on the walls from Ann Cherry that she made, and she just followed the outline of things and just did beautiful work. So anyway, and then she came in the Air Force, and she came from Cincinnati. She brought a bunch of other women, not in the service, with her, and she was like the team leader for this woman. And then when she got here, and I hadn't seen her until I went one luncheon to see the Air Force Club, and here was this fantastically pretty woman sitting with a classmate of mine who had conned her into coming to the, she really sweet gal. Anyway, I saw her and I was taken right there. I was taken right there. And I walked up, and I guess we started talking all. And we went to a party a week later, and then I got to see her again. And we talked, and then we started seeing each other. But she said at first she didn't want to, he's too good looking, so I don't trust you guys like that. And I was a very handsome young man, as you can see by the lot. But we started eating. Within 4 months we got married. There was anything more. You never got to see, she kept, am I talking too much? Because she had all this, she kept a diary of every day with Jim. She went to San Francisco because she wanted to get away. Then she, no, I want to go back because Jim's going to call me. Came back, and the romance started then. But the fact that she was I'm so besotted by her, that how gorgeous she was. A Midwestern type. Have you ever seen some of the pictures? And someday I'll show them to you. I'll have. You can see her sitting around the table, 8 kids here, and she's just so serene. Fantastic woman. What's the next question, because I can talk about her all day. And tomorrow.
I got ready to cry. That is so sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
So
She
sweet.
is. And I'm going to get crying too. I'm very.
We got Kleenex, so we're okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your life in the military? That kind of what you started out.
Yeah, like I said, I went in. I'm trying to remember what the hell that I came up. I wanted to be in the Air Force, and I got in, and ended up going to training for bombers. I was a radar navigator. I did all the bombing, and I think about it in later years and think, God, I killed a lot of people from 32,000 feet because I just dropped a lot of bombs on them, and had to be very devastating for the people on the ground. And but then I got into a staff position. After about 10 years of fight, I took on a staff position. I was an air weapons officer. I taught all the crews about how to kill people. No, that's not right. But how to, we had so many weapons, and I knew how to everything had to go. So, but that's what that's half my career. Half my career was in flight, and then I got out in 1976, and I went in 20 years after I went in 76, and. So when I got through, what the hell am I going to do now? I went back to school. I was going to be a master's degree, and I went a semester. I said, this is ridiculous. I need a job. I've got 8 kids. They're not grown yet, so I'm going to do something else. And I started with Levitt's as a sales rep. And that's what I did for quite a while. And then Mark came into my company, and he would go. Oh, we went talking. I would go on and he was coming along with me, because he wanted to be a salesman. But anyway, he said, it's easy, because every time I saw something, I sold it. And he thought, boy, this is easy, this is good. And he turned out to be the best one we had. And he was amazingly good at, he became my sales manager. So that was great. But he really liked it, and then he got out. He and his partner got out, and they started their own business, and that went on for not terribly long. And then they split the sheets, and so he runs Cherry Home Improvement, and then Mike Werner runs his other company, and I joined him for quite a while there, and I stayed with him till they got me. They got rid of me, retired me, which was wonderful. And anyway, but then when he was doing it, then Keith came in, and he worked with us as well. And Marshall came in. So here there 3 Cherry boys are working for Werner and Sons and doing the same type of thing. And then they drifted away. But Marshall and Mark are now Cherry Home Improvement. They're just the 2 of them now. It's things are slow. Mark is back on the work on the trucks. And the idea was to have enough work that I go someplace and sell, and then the other boys can run out. Marshall could run or whatever the other kids did. But it's gotten very tough. It's gotten very tough, and they're fighting to stay afloat. And they are, but it's not the same as it was. Go ahead. Got another question for me?
Jim, you have 8 kids. How was that raising 8 children?
Didn't bother at all. I was gone most of the time. No, I was gone a lot. I was gone, but no. And she just went on. She did that? She was a fantastic person, and then a mother. Just fantastic. We had 8 kids in 7.5 years. We boom, boom, boom. No, we had 10 twin boys. Marshall, Mark. Oh hell, don't go all their names, but David is in Spokane. Robert is now. He's David's twin. He's in Seattle. Christopher is in San Antonio. He works as an insurance rep for I'm not faking. I can't remember things. It's terrible. But anyway, 3 of the kids are all out of state, and Lisa she lives in Piedmont, right next to on the Bay Area. So I've got the 3 boys here, and even Catherine. She's at Yosemite. Oh. She's working at the Yawani. She always wanted to go to she loves Yosemite, and she wanted to go there. And then they took a chance for a job there, and anyway. So now she's right where she wants to be. She's another college graduate who did nothing but fritter away whatever she knew and became a caregiver. which is not the greatest thing in the world for money. But so the kids are pretty well set. And next question, ma'am, if there is any.
What are some of your interests and hobbies that you like? And what do you like to do, Jim?
Well, I have no hobbies. I bowl. I'm bowling on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I'm a decent 150 bowler. It takes me 20 years to get from 130 to 140, but that's what I do. And the rest of the time, I go to the doctor. I only go to the doctor I've got a lot of free time, which is the problem with being in retirement. You get, what the hell am I going to do with myself? It's hard. I sat in that chair last week, and I just sat there looking, and I got out there, just sitting there. It was 5 after 2. And I just kept looking, and next thing I knew it was 20 minutes after 3. I just sat, having a good, I was okay, but you get shot down trying to get up and go. I'm very lazy now, and I got this. I feed myself reasonably well, and I have somebody to take care of the yard. The boys take care of it, as you probably know with your own house. But you see that bedroom down here. I got rid of almost all of Ann's things because she was a twilter, and that room back there had to have the stair. There's 3 bookcases. The closet was all full of them. Upstairs, drawers full of. Jesus, what did she do? Where did it come from? And then I noticed that she's got a collection of books, magazines. Trying to think. It boggles the mind. Where did she get that? When did she send for all that stuff? What is it all doing there? So I've just always been dazzled at after she's gone. What did they come? What else? I have another that just jammed. 1, 2 little jammed, full of the same threads as low as how to draw, how to make your clothes and things. And she was just something. Other than that, I don't really have any qualities or things that I like. Turns out that way. I had.
You've been a great neighbor. How's that?
That's nice to know.
How about one last question, Jim? Tell us what your secret has been to a long and meaningful relationship. What advice could you give us?
Oh.
We all need some advice.
Stay the course. We had some tough times and good times and good times and good times, but every time it was very difficult. And I loved her to death.
Yeah.
Don't get me going.
Is that good? That was wonderful, Jim.
Okay.